are now watching Water Me Sis.
Welcome to Water Me Sis podcast. How are we doing tonight, ladies?
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you guys for coming in and joining us this week. Well, Happy New Year's. We're glad to have you guys back to season 3. As y'all can see, we're starting it off just a little bit different, but let's go ahead and start our introductions of everybody that's here.
Yes. Hey, I'm Jaleh.
And I'm Social Butterfly Drea.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Erica.
We are all, of course, happy to be here and to share with you all. Water Me Sis is a sisterhood to where we water one another. We are built off of growth and self-discovery. And so the purpose is so that we water each other so that we can create the sweetest, excuse me, hold on. Right. We produce the sweetest fruit and the most beautiful flowers. So. We always happy to share with you guys and be here with you guys, and we're glad that y'all are back on with us for season 3. Okay.
Yes.
We do want to say our disclaimer, though. We know, fellas, you are there, but this is a platform that is designed and designated for women. But we know you're there. We know you're watching. The best thing to do is to take notes. But please comment your opinions, anything that y'all have to say that is worthwhile. We might listen.
Right.
We might.
Yes. If it's some good stuff.
I just want to do a quick welcome back. It's 2021, y'all.
Yes.
Man, how's the new year going for y'all?
Good. Wonderful.
New year, new
like,
me.
yes, right? Like,
I would like to say that this year is like a year of restoration. And it's an opportunity to really have some greatness coming up, you guys. I know so many businesses that are coming out of the woodwork, so many businesses that are going up and better, so many businesses that are going out of business so that these new businesses can come on up. So please support your Black-owned businesses, support each other, because man, this year, be on the lookout for some good stuff.
Right. And I feel like I'm more proud of myself because I started a business in the midst of a pandemic.
right?
So go ahead and follow She Smooth on
Yes.
Period.
NatureRocksJewelry.com.
Definitely.
And this episode is sponsored on the behalf of Creations by Tay, which is my business that I started at the end of the year. I'm very proud and very grateful. And then we also have Miss Erica's business as well.
Eating's appetizers and snacks.
Yes. And my God, when I tell you her snacks and appetizers had me spinning. I was
She was out for the count.
It was worth it. We did a ladies' night, y'all, on Friday, just to get with each other and get prepared for this episode. And it was so awesome having your snacks. We really appreciate you bringing that to mind. And Miss Erica will be giving us a lowdown of everything that she's got going. But before we go there, I would like to also make a shout out to Jalisa, is our founder.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
Thank you. As always, we miss having you on the show. She used to do the word to the wise, which is the opportunity to extend your vocabulary, share a new word, and then create the definition or have the definition for it. So our word today is aphrodisiac.
Ooh.
Since we're talking about everything edible, aphrodisiac means it's a noun described as a food, a drink, or a drug that stimulates sexual desire. It's a thing that causes excitement. Some of the synonyms for that would be erotic, sexy, arousing. So, yes. Which you see here, we started this episode off a little bit different. And I want to ask you, ladies, what would y'all consider an aphrodisiac? Would you consider a food that you've had an aphrodisiac that really made you just be like, ooh, man, I like that? Anything?
I mean, it's not probably technically one, but I feel like when I eat strawberries, like I feel like that when you say that. I just feel sexy. Strawberries.
Absolutely.
Especially if they're chocolate covered. I know it's probably not considered,
But they use it as a part of your little Valentine's Day things or your little romantic things. Maybe let's go get some chocolate covered strawberries. So somewhere along the line, they felt like that might be an aphrodisiac somewhere.
Yeah.
So some aphrodisiacs that are food is escargot, which is snails. It's like a French
you just taught me a new one.
tradition. Escargot is considered. And one thing that when I was researching, they say like technically aphrodisiac. They say culturally we kind of like we pushed it a little harder than what it needed to be. It's not. You don't get aroused by food, but I don't know, man. When I have something that's good, I get excited.
Yes, you're like,
I do a little dance. I'll be like,
If you're not dancing when you ate something good, then I don't think it was that good.
Right. Right.
You eat it, it don't make you go,
Right.
For real.
When you bite it, then no.
Yeah.
Some other ones are dark chocolate, ginger, saffron, that are aphrodisiac. And then, you know, when you're talking about those strawberries look like hearts when you cut them in between, in the middle. So there are some aphrodisiacs that resemble our body parts, like mushrooms, which I have here today. Mushrooms kind of look like an ear.
Yeah.
The strawberry looks like a heart.
The oysters coming on with the
Oysters look like a pretty kitty. Okay. And oysters and if you really look at it, it really do look like an opened up flower.
Okay.
So I got started. I got started here some shrimp, and I added some veggies to it. I added some of my flavoring to it.
Okay.
I didn't get to talk about that one yet, but I did mushrooms. I did onions and peppers and then shrimp, and then I seasoned to taste. I utilized these seasonings. Some of these, so off the top, seasonal, go-to, always in my food. Garlic powder, always in my food. Pink Himalayan salt, which is really good for you, always in my food. I have that onion powder too. Actually, Tony's saccharin is always in my food, but I hate Tony's just because it makes me sneeze.
To me, that's a little
Okay.
Yeah.
I know
That's
it
like a
is
little-
though. Tony's always makes me sneeze up all the time, so I try to like be moderate. But I always tell my guests, and when I'm on my lives and stuff, season to your taste. I have my own taste. Some people don't like onion powder all the time and garlic powder in their food all the time, but I think that those are staples. They need to be in your food. Slap your mama, but don't slap her.
Yeah, don't slap it for real,
Because she
y'all.
might slap you back. Okay. Today I'm going to utilize some ginger as well for that. I want to get this Asian cuisine, that flavor. I'm doing hibachi style plates today. So like I said, I have this shrimp going. I've got some chicken going. Once this is close to being done, I'm going to start my fried rice and then my steamed veggie. So I'm going to do my very best to get this meal done in 30 minutes to an hour. When you're cooking for a lot of people, it's hard to keep within your time restraints, but it's only us and the girls, so I'm going to do my best to get this out very quickly for you. So we're going to be cooking and talking and eating in a minute here.
Okay.
If y'all can smell it right now.
Right, I'm like,
It smells delicious.
I'm gonna get this started too. So I did a portobello mushroom. So that's one thing that I always wanted to be able to work with different dietary needs. Being with my company, I can do vegetarian, but I don't necessarily know vegan options, vegan menus, but I do know that there's plenty of ways to substitute. That's like coconut oils and instead of your milks and butters and things like that. You could also use that's just one small thing that I've learned, but being that I eat meat and it's actually very hard for me to change up my diet. I've done a vegetarian diet before, but man, it's hard to cut off that meat, but cutting off that pork was way easy to me. So but I'm gonna do this mushroom here. I added some soy sauce and veggies in there as well, minced veggies, and I'm gonna get that going right now. So you guys have options. So it's not just meats and veggies, or meat, but you can also have veggies. I'm gonna do a bunch of veggies in my fried rice as well. All right.
Yes.
So, if you wouldn't mind, Erica, I'd love to hear about your appetizers and what you got going, what's your business, what really inspired you to start?
usually it's always a man, right, when we go to eating. So I actually did with this business. I was literally just playing in the kitchen one day with some popcorn. Somebody had asked me to make them some popcorn. I was like, okay. And then somebody had brought over some wheat butter to me to test out their butter. So when I did that, I was like, oh, well, wait a minute, hold on, because I was knocked out on my own stuff, on my own products, after 3 pops.
Sure.
And the next day, and I said, okay, I'm gonna leave this for my snack for the, after work tomorrow. That way I don't have to do a lot of smoking or whatever. So when I came home, when I got picked up that day, they were stumbling in the car like, dude, I'm so tired. I'm so high. I shouldn't have ate this popcorn. I'm going, wait. You didn't have any popcorn left over. Yours was just plain. Hold on. Did you get the green popcorn? And he was like, yeah. And I said, oh. I'm just saying. So I was like, well, yeah. So totally, and I was like, oh, well, if it did that to the virgin, hold on. Let me go play with some other stuff. Mm-hmm. I have been cooking since I was 4, and my thing is desserts. And I'm like an old soul. So, yeah, I went to go do the cake decorating, and I did the cake decorating, and I took it to the next level after I saw how he acted. Mm-hmm. Let me try some of my desserts. I did a pound cake, knocking people out. Oh, hold on, let me try this again. Somebody asked for some banana bread. So I did the banana bread, and it was a wrap. So ever since then, I have a customer. She comes every week. She knows what her snacks are. She gets the Rice Krispie treats. She gets the brownies. She gets the cookies. And she used to do this big bags of popcorn. The popcorn would calm her anxiety, her and her dog's anxiety. And then her snacks and her husband would be like, yep, this is our night snack for the night, so we do our little bartering there. So I was like, let me take it to the next level. And it was just a pleasure to share with Jaleh. She was like, I smoke. And I said, well, wait a minute. Do you do edibles? And she was like, yes, I love banana bread. I said, oh, baby. Yes. That's my thing. Hold on. Yes. So I shared with her, and I didn't even think nothing of it because I was just being undercover with it because I just didn't, I didn't know what the response would be like. And I haven't stopped getting calls about it. So let's go there. Let's reinvent Erica one more time. This time I do appetizers as well. My favorite thing are doing egg rolls. So Friday night, I just kind of tested the grounds with frying them with the weed oil, and my girls was kind of stumbling around. One of them was in the kitchen. Man. I won't mention names, but playing ballerina and shit. I said, well, I better not do this to her today.
Now, don't go eat no edibles without some food in your stomach, y'all. You will really end your life.
Yeah. But I will say, for some people who don't smoke, I don't smoke weed, and I ate the edible. And I was fine. Like, I felt good. Most of the time when I smoke weed, it makes me like paranoid. It makes me feel like my soul is leaving my body. One time I thought I lost my hearing. Like the movie Friday, like that real like euphoric. That's what I go through, and that's why I don't like to smoke. But when I did eat your edible, I was fine. Like I was like, I felt like I was, wanted to laugh and was giggling.
And that's what I want you to feel when you. It's funny because everybody's like, I can't taste the weed, but wait.
That is the thing, not tasting the weed. So it's like, how do I not eat this whole thing? Like, how you gonna do this to me?
I gotta eat it in sections. Bacon wrapped shrimp.
What?
Yes. Man, I can't eat the whole thing.
No,
but I gotta vouch for them egg rolls. Ooh,
yes. One egg roll,
was like, ooh, bomb. Like I'm talking flavor in your mouth, like in your taste buds. Like she was talking about that orgasm, you know what I'm talking about?
Orgasm.
Like, yes. Food.
It's possible.
That's just like
I'm looking for that foodgasm in my life.
Man.
For real. So I need more of those. So you started with just out the house doing your thing, and ever since everybody's been enjoying it. Is there a particular menu? Is it a particular things that your specialties right now?
I think right now it's probably my cookies and my almonds, and my banana bread. Yeah, I think those are the ones that are always really. Oh, yeah, and I also do a brownie. I did forget that.
Yeah, that brownie was good. I didn't eat the whole thing in one sit, so I'm sure if I ate it all in one sit, I know I would have been sitting down for all of Saturday and not productive. And my other question is, can you explain to us the difference between that edible high and that flower high for those who don't necessarily know that you probably need to know how much you can take of each of these items at a time? So I kept asking her, like, so can I eat the whole thing or do I just a couple? Can I, because I want to be mindful, like when you really have that edible high, it really can knock you down. And if you don't want to be knocked down for the whole day, you need to know what you got coming into your body. So
so for me, most of the time with the an edible high, I look for not just the body high. If I do a body high with my snacks, it's more or less I need you to be chilling for the evening. This is like me and babe, boo boo night, you and boo boo night, or you and we're just chilling, having fun, or wind down night. I make those edibles for your body to chillax.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I also, if you're looking for, I need something to move me all day, Erica. I don't want to smoke all day, but I want to be able to be high and functional.
Yeah.
I make those snacks that way. So I'll get a sativa, weed or hash or whatever to make my butter for that, to give you that energy. So that edible high, it depends on what I get for the week, or what my requests are. So I look for those type of foods. Rice Krispie treats, your cookies, those light foods. Almonds, it's an energy food anyway. So I always try to cook it as a sativa, with a sativa butter, so that you can always be ready to go. But I still say, hey, do not eat a whole lot at one time, because an edible high is gonna take you there faster than smoking. Honestly,
stuck high.
Yeah,
it'll take
what
you
you sitting there like
much faster.
yeah. I mean, when you smoke, you get a quick high off of it, but with an edible, it's more or less. With mine, especially for me, it's more or less. You better just take a few pinches. It depends on what your day's gonna be like. If you want to eat a whole one because you just want to be all the way, I don't want to do shit type day, eat that whole thing. But I usually forewarn people, it's probably best just to do like a half or a quarter, just depending on what you want to, how you want to move. So
there you go.
How long does that stay in your system opposed to smoking? If you're actually eating?
I have noticed with most people that have done the edibles, it depends on how much they eat, honestly. I've seen a sister eat like a whole loaf of banana bread, one of the miniature size banana loaves. And she started, we'll say like 10 o'clock Friday night. She didn't come down until like the following day because she ate the whole loaf. And now when I say the following,
for us, we have, professional jobs that might regularly drug test you.
Well, that's the other plus about the edible. That comes out of your system quicker than smoking. So much quicker, because you're literally it hits that fat cell, but it's coming out your system quicker too.
So I can turn up Friday and then drug test on Monday, type of thing, or.
What I do know is that weed sits in your fat cells.
Yes.
So that's why it stays in your. That's how it stays in your system.
Mm-hmm.
So since you're not a regular smoker, it should be out your system pretty quickly. If you're working out more often, it can get out of your system a little quickly.
You're sweating it out.
But I same thing. I don't know the exact days and numbers and things like that. So.
Yeah. Thanks for the part for me to do research on that. That's a good thought. Thank you.
All right, y'all. So I'm just gonna.
We do have some comments.
Okay, cool.
Jaleesa did say that the candied almonds are fire, and they are.
And they're so
bomb.
Yeah. Well, that's like a 4-hour thing for me. So I tried it. When I prepare the almonds, I have to be in the zone, knowing I don't have nothing else to do for those 4 hours, because I want them to be in there. So infused nicely.
Quinn Basket says, when you eat a fatty meal before consuming edibles, it will activate that THC due to the fatty acids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Quinn.
Yeah.
Thank you. We always love the good information, y'all. Thank you. And then can you just give us a quick overview of what you got here on the table for us?
Absolutely. So I have here sampled, we have butter cake, the ooey gooey butter cakes that you can get at 7-Eleven, infused, dangerous. Playing around, this is like a banana pumpkin bread with chocolate chips on top. And then I did Erica's version of a triple Death by chocolate cookie today. Ooh. So you got your chocolate fudge, the chocolate chips, and then a white chocolate chip.
Yummy.
Also, just because we have our almonds here, these are dangerous. I do tell people if you're not ready to sit down for the day, just eat about 5 of them. And then I have my, the Rice Krispie treats.
Ooh, nice.
I did bring. There is an egg roll left.
Right.
Sorry, y'all. We had
to get something. This is one of my I did a twist on my nacho egg roll. Using meatless beef, so it's a vegan egg roll, nacho style. So Taylor gets to sample online.
Yes.
There's no meat in here?
No.
that's all I'm saying. Like, you don't miss the meat at all.
No.
For that to be vegan,
I'm gonna. I'm
good.
saying
That's really good.
No
My
meat.
friend makes egg rolls. That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Try something?
Yeah.
Let's try something.
we're gonna sample some stuff, guys.
While the girls are sampling,
I'm gonna try a cookie, but I'm just gonna take a bite.
Yes,
I
please
told
just
y'all I
take
don't
a bite.
smoke.
Yeah, take a bite.
yeah, and I need to get through this first, so I'm just gonna take a bite and keep it pushing. So what I got to do, I made the portobello mushroom. What I did is marinate it in some soy sauce, veggies, red wine vinaigrette. And normally what I do is cook it with white cooking wine. And gives it a nice good flavor. But today I changed it up just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice this little bad boy right meow. I got the rice going. So with this rice, all you need is some rice from the day before. So if you made a pot roast, save that rice for the next day. You can use that. You can stretch your meals, y'all. I say all 2021, there's food at the house. So there's plenty of ways that we can do it. There's plenty of ways that we can make it good. But you should be cooking at the house. Let's support our own home cooking. Let's support small businesses. But let's not go out fast food this year. Let's do our best to not do the fast food route.
Period.
So that's what I've done. And the next thing I'm going to do is going to be the sauteed veggies. So we're almost done. I got the chicken here all cooked and finished. I'll show you guys this. Good little flavors. And then I just wanted to kind of get into edible education. This is going to be the part where we will take the opportunity to discuss how we can keep these healthy cats and make them into healthy snacks.
Yeah.
Or for the men out there, that healthy sack, make it into a healthy snack. Okay.
Period.
So my first thing, personally, I started trying to take a little bit of my own personal journey and start taking different supplements to kind of aid in my process, I guess you could say. I started taking what's called black maca. It's a supplement, a natural supplement, one of the most potent aphrodisiacs to give you that sexual desire. It helps boost your sexual desire, boost your stamina. It also gives you more energy. It helps your mood. And it's been so good so far. Honestly, I woke up this morning and I felt some type of way. And I've been taking it for a week now. And I felt like I need to see somebody. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. And this is done. Is there anything that y'all have taken or used or things that to help in your personal journey through just keeping your cat healthy?
Drinking lots of water.
That part.
Lots of water.
Water.
Pineapple juice. I was telling you guys about sea moss. I do the sea moss. What else do I take? I think that's it for me right now.
Some other good things to use and do is cranberry juice is a good thing to use. Just to keep that, it helps keep your pH balanced, y'all. And like I said, water is gonna be your number one, ladies, to keep this cat right, okay?
Yes,
and as soon as you start noticing that iffy smell or anything, probably drink some more water to start. Let's start there. Start with some water.
Hey, man, y'all can drink some water
yes,
too.
please.
Like, period.
Don't nobody want to be tasting y'all stuff. And then, like I said, tasting like a pack of black.
Or battery acid.
Or some liquor,
right,
whatever.
right.
You know,
So
like,
many things, y'all.
No. Not cute.
Okay, I'm gonna continue on, and I'm gonna, even though it still has stuff in here, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna put my veggies up in here next. Excuse me. So cranberry juice is a good one that I like to use. I also, I know like certain comfort foods. I know like when we eat too much of the same certain things, like too much greasy food, and that's gonna mess up your body too. So we gotta be mindful to try to start changing the stuff that we're putting into our bodies, y'all.
yes.
It's so easy to be stuck on the same stuff that mom and dad cooked and made for us, but sooner or later you're gonna have to eat some veggies, okay?
Mhm.
You're gonna have to eat some fruit.
Period.
Okay. I mean,
yeah, don't be scared.
It's okay.
It tastes good too. Like,
I
honestly,
promise.
when you put some seasoning
That's
on it,
it.
like
Yeah,
that's all
that's
you
what I was
need.
just about to
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
Herbs.
Yes.
And change it up a little
Yeah.
bit. So right now I'm using the ginger. The ginger gives me personally that really like the flavors like soy sauce and ginger really make me think Asian food. And honestly, when I started doing this hibachi style plate, it was more on the fact of exactly how I watched it when I went to Benihana's, exactly how I watched it when I went to Mount Fuji. I wanted it to be just like that. And honestly, I do basically the same exact menu, same exact things that they do. I didn't add butter into the rice just for the purposes of not adding a bunch of extra fat. That there are certain ways that we can take away from some of that unhealthy stuff out of our meals. So instead of using butter and oil, choose one or the other. Instead of using butter, real butter, use margarine. Or I can't believe it's not butter. It all tastes the same, honestly. I promise you guys, is that you're not going to lose anything out of your meal if you change it up just a little bit.
Right.
Definitely a mind thing, for sure.
Yeah,
real.
absolutely.
Because, like, even with, I feel like she's been inspiring me to go vegetarian. Like, seriously, just by, trying to be considerate
Right.
of your meals. I've been eating,
Right.
vegan, vegetarian stuff, too. And I'm like, wow, like, I really don't miss the meat out of that.
No.
Like, when we had cauliflower hot wings.
Yes.
I was like, damn, this shit tastes like chicken. Like, for real. Because to me, like, it's just the sauce, really,
yeah,
is what makes
really.
them
The sauce, the
so
flavor.
I was
That's
like,
it.
oh, that is so good.
Yes.
So don't be surprised if I'm talking about I'm going vegetarian. next.
Right. Like, period.
I definitely, when I started doing vegetarian meals and things was in college because, man, I won't say my school, but if you know, you know. But my school, we would have, the food would be good at first, freshman year, sophomore, junior year, food would go straight through you immediately. So I started doing the vegetarian diet just to keep myself in shape and stuff, and I realized it's not that hard. It's not too hard to change it up a little bit and just go straight veggies, and I felt a little bit better. And honestly, when I would go, I would back and forth maybe 2 weeks at a time, back and forth. Soon enough, my senior year, I could never eat that food. I'd go to the bathroom as soon as I got to my room. So, which is not a way you want to be living. Yeah, okay, maybe it seems like I had a lot of fiber, but it wasn't that. It was not that.
What you adding in there? What you been adding?
So I just added some soy sauce. I've got some sesame seed oil, which is another flavor like that ginger that I always automatically think of when I think of hibachi style food. I forgot to add the egg into the fried rice, but you can add the egg, or you can take it out to make it still vegan friendly, which I recommend as well. I added, like I said, I always say season to taste, so I added some of my personal flavors, some. I always use the all seasoning. I did the garlic and onion, salt. I did some cayenne pepper, the ground ginger, so I can keep that certain flavor, and you can smell it. It smells almost better than sometimes, like, it smells good when it's cooking. You don't even know if it's gonna be that same flavor, but I hope so. I know it will be, but that's how I always go. Season to taste and season to the scent. If it smells good, you know it's gonna taste good, y'all. I always like to use turmeric. Turmeric is something really good to put to our bodies.
Yeah.
You can even
Kills
use
the
it.
inflammation.
Yeah.
For tea.
You can even use it for acne and things like that. To dark spots on your face. So that also shows you how important these foods are into our daily lives. Something as small as turmeric, eating it every single day is going to start showing you a lot of difference in your health. So, be mindful of the things that are going into your body, y'all.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, another question I had, do you, is it sexy to have a partner that cooks?
Absolutely. Yes.
Now, do you have a preference?
No.
I feel like we grew up in a time where all of these social norms aren't normal anymore. So, the lady's just supposed to be at home and she's just supposed to cook and clean, and that's not normal anymore. That's not what we do anymore.
I honestly, though, still believe in that.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
I don't think it's...
But I think that even if my man could cook, I would probably enjoy doing that more. Because, I don't know, I'd like... Just the fact he likes my food or whatever, like that turns me on too. Yeah. Like, you know, just bring him that plate, like here you go, babe. Yeah, I know I did that. You know, like,
now.
So I believe in that. And even if he could cook, I would probably prefer to do the cooking. But
I don't mind cooking together.
That's fun.
Yeah,
that part. That's fun. Let's play that tag team.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know about cooking together. I'm picky. Don't come in my kitchen. I'm over here. I'm cooking. Okay, but that's me personally. But I guess I never had a partner who did it with me, so I don't know. But I grew up in a household where my father was the cook of the house. He did mostly a majority of the cooking. Now my mom, she taught me how to bake, and she did cook some stuff sometimes. She definitely was the one to create our little recipe cards with. This is how you make fried chicken, and here's the sides you can put with it. And she used to do that kind of stuff for us because, you know, as young girls, I feel like that's just something that our parents automatically try to instill to us. But I think that's for everybody. Cooking is a daily thing. You need to eat. You need to feed yourself, just like you need to do your laundry, just like you need to clean. You need to be cooking for yourselves too.
So for me, and I'm probably the oldest on the thing, but my kids, you cannot leave my house unless you know how to cook. Mm-hmm. That's my thought. I remember growing up, my dad always used to tell us, I remember watching him sew his button on his shirt, and I was like, yo, you're not going to get mom to do it? And he was like, no, my mama taught me how to sew too. And it just started instilling in my head, when I have kids, guess what? I don't care, boy, girl, you don't need to learn how to sew your own button, sew your own stuff, learn how to iron, know how to iron, wash your own clothes, definitely know how to cook a meal. I think it's offensive if you don't know how to cook a meal. I feel like if I was in the kitchen, all my kids should know how to do something in the kitchen, right?
Yes.
My boys, they throw down. My daughter throws down, but if she don't gotta be in the kitchen, baby girl's like, yeah, no. Can we just order? Can we just have a salad? Because I don't like that means I gotta clean up the kitchen too. No, that's too much. That's way too much.
Right.
So, but yeah, girl, if I could cook and stay at home, great, all day. Clean, great, all day. But at the same time, in token, it's more or less for me, I want to be out there doing something. I think it's a privilege to have a woman that can cook.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if it's a man that knows how, I still think it's a privilege to have your partner that knows how to cook too.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I had to learn because, as we mentioned on previous episodes too, like us growing up, it was always the men in our family who cooked for their wives and stuff like that. So we were just kind of spoiled in that aspect and just really didn't have to because the man is the one who
that's nice.
So as I got older, I pretty much learned myself to do it.
Well, see, my mom and my dad were in the kitchen. They were from the country, so they cooked. Like, you know, if my mom didn't feel like cooking, my dad, even if it was black as your pants, he had a meal. You know what I mean? You know, so I knew how to cook from both of them. I've always watched them cook. So my mom, she took it over. She knew that she had to have lunch and dinner or dinner on the table. For my dad, he'll get up and fix his famous potatoes or whatever. So I had that balance in the kitchen, so I knew what it's like to see tag team, you know.
Yeah, but I do want to put out there that my mom cooked too.
She did,
and she's a good baker. You know, like, let me put that out there, right?
She's like,
but yeah, you definitely want to have a balance.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I definitely agree that there should be a balance, honestly, because everyone should know how to take care of themselves and cook at least basic meals. And the beautiful part about it, if you do have a partner who knows how to cook, you don't have to teach it. Well, either way, if you did have a person that didn't know, you can teach them. Yeah. If you do have a partner who already knows how to cook, then they can be teaching you new things. And that's what I love to let other people cook. I love to watch and see what they got going on. What did you put in the, you know, I'm learning even new ways to make sure the food is clean enough, you know, putting salt water on your salmon before you start cooking, before you cook it. Make sure, let it soak in that, and then put some salt and brown sugar on it for about 15 minutes, and then you rinse it off. You make sure you pat dry that fish, and you got a different flavor profile. Even for your chicken, you know, nowadays they're kind of lazy with this food.
I know,
they got the groceries right, but the quality is going down. What's going on with that?
Like, is it really chicken?
Right.
It's hard.
You know, so even just little ways to do that type of stuff. So I always appreciate having like a tag team in that. I think it would be cool. But if it wasn't there, I love being able to give that plate and being like, watching everyone eat. Like,
That part.
you know, like mom does on Christmas Day. Like, oh, you got what you wanted, right? Yeah. Like, I like to be like that. Do you guys have any? Do you guys cook personally?
Just a little bit, you know, like if I had a man, I would definitely be trying some stuff. Okay, I'm just saying.
Do you have anything in particular that's your favorite?
Because my son eats eats me out of house and home. It's just crazy. He's only 6, so it's like he's forced me to. Because honestly, if I was by myself, I'd probably just be a freezer food kind of person. But he ain't having it, so that's forced me to kind of have to step my game up.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then, do you teach him? Have you started teaching him yet? Getting him in there?
I try to. He's not really interested in that though. He just rather call me when I'm done, when it's done, kind of thing.
Well,
but I'm trying. He's not really interested in that though.
Well, that's still good as long as you. I mean, he knows what it feels like to have somebody taken care of and have those home cooked meals. So I know he, as a youngin, I'm sure he appreciates it, and even more so as he gets older. I know he'll appreciate it even more too. My mom did everything for me, so I love that. Do you have anything in particular that's your favorite? To cook?
Oh,
yeah.
God. No. I love to cook. So, oh gosh, no, not really. I think one of my happy times is like a soul food meal.
Yes.
You know,
soul food, always.
You know, the greens,
Ooh,
the fried chicken.
let me find out.
Chicken. I'm just saying. The fried, you know, and that's a bad habit for me because I like the fried foods, and that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So I have to watch how I cook it. I have to watch what I put in it, or relearn my habits. I fell in love with the air fryer.
Yes, ma'am. I was about to pull it out.
I mean, I just think the air fryers are just the bomb to me, especially for that person who I myself love. You know, I like that fried fish. I like to have that that fried chicken at least once a week or whatever. So to have an air fryer to flip it out on me, I'm good. Yeah. So, but I don't have like a real because I'll try anything. I like to be creative in the kitchen. The last few years, I've been playing with vegetarian foods consistently because I needed to come up off of all the meats. Right now, it's just basically for me, it's chicken and fish most of the week, or a piece of turkey somewhere along the lines. But I have my daughter living with me now, and she is basically vegetarian. She gets tired of meat. We're playing vegetarian stuff the rest of the week. So when I was asked to make vegetarian food, I was like, oh, well, that's not a problem. She's going to be my tester.
Right.
You know? So, but I've been playing with I do a lot more cooking with vegetables now. And I have greatly appreciated trying the vegetarian stuff. I was sharing with the ladies before I got offline, the dragon fruit is amazing. Oh my God, it's a straight replacement of pork. I don't care. Yes, I promise you. Fire.
It is
fire. It's a replacement for pork, and you cannot tell the difference if it from it not being a meat.
Is it the consistency or
it's
the flavor?
The consistency, everything. It's all in how you cook it. Like I shared, you know, like when I made it, it was a barbecue. So you were literally tasting, you felt like you was eating a pork sandwich with the coleslaw and all that good stuff in it. And I didn't realize, I was just playing with it one day and just was like, let me see what it can do. And I was like, oh, you really can go down this road, Erica, if you want to. So.
Well, I'm gonna need one of those.
Yes,
with some coleslaw. I'm just saying.
That sounds
Yeah.
We got a comment.
Okay.
Quinn says, I've been making vegan meals for 13 years from scratch and started back eating certain fish as of last year. Yes, I can cook any cultural dish.
Okay,
nice.
Just about anything. Okay. I mean, you guys, we're from the earth. We were born and created here from the soil. We are plants. We should be more partaking in the fruit of the land versus meat. And I'm not going to try to preach and push somebody onto stuff that you're not comfortable doing, because I can't see myself to stop eating meat. I can't see it personally, not yet. I can do pescatarian, but I like chicken. I love me some wings. Like, you know, so there's, I'm not going to preach to that, but definitely more veggies in your diet is going to make such a huge difference. Honestly, some of my plates that I serve, I put more veggies than anything else because that's the most important part. You don't need all the carbs. You don't need a bunch of the meat. But some people, like I have friends who are anemic. They need the red meat. They can't take some of those things out. So we definitely have to be mindful of like what's best for our own personal diets and stuff. Would you consider fast food, or would you rather pay somebody to cook for you?
I'd rather pay
somebody to cook.
Because I think this past year has taught me a lot about, that also just cooking for myself. Being at home, the 2020, ordering that, I have just been offended. I mean, I feel like disrespected with the fast food game of delivery. So I'm like, okay, well, never be mine. I'll just play Chefette. Because I feel like what I'm spending out there, I'm not getting what I'm, you have this certain taste for that burger, right? And I don't do hamburgers often or whatever, but you're expecting this taste for this hamburger. You get it delivered from the certain delivery services. I won't throw no names out there, but it's just not, when you get it, you're like, what the, come on, dog. This was rude.
You ruined it.
You ruined the whole thing. So now I got to go out here, go and get my own self stuff and cook it. So yeah, I like having people cook for me sometimes if they know what they're doing, you know what I mean? Like having the meal prep, great. That would be lovely. Yeah, so over the fast food is, and like you said, the small businesses too.
Right, like definitely someone on here on YouTube. My YouTube is not working right now, but I believe it said Mr. G. He said definitely support Black-owned businesses and small businesses now.
Yes.
Like why not go ahead and support Tay? What's the name of your business?
Creations by Tay is my LLC. That is my business. I do meal prep planning. I do catering services. I do event design as well. Right now, I've done a big focus on plate services during the week. And I have menus that I put out there. Sometimes every weekend I have a certain plate that I'm only going to serve. But I also take custom orders. Give me 2 hours in advance notice and I can have your food to you and delivered within 2 hours. So I love to cook. Cooking was just always a personal, thing to do. Rather, it was just, I like to do it for my friends. Like if you're one of my close friends, I've cooked for you at one point or another. I've cooked with you. And then I had some friends who didn't know how to cook. So I just was like, man, if you really want to learn, I could teach you. I could help you in the kitchen. I've even had to the point of just, even with the ladies, actually, when I met Jaleh and Jalissa, they were super open arms to me, and Drea as well, and we worked together, and they gave me an opportunity to show them what I was capable of. Even without having tasted any of my food, they knew just because off of just how I carry myself and because I mean what I say, that it was going to come out. And we've had a couple events that we've done together, and they were successful, and I got opportunities to try something and get out of my comfort zone. Because I'm so used to just doing come to my house and eat. And with during COVID, I lost my job. St. Patrick's Day is supposed to be the busiest day to start our summer off, and we all lost our jobs. And people were crying and they were upset. And I just knew God had a different plan for me. I just knew that my higher power said, this is not it for you. And I had been planning for years and years. I'd been wanting to have my own business, and I eventually was like, I gotta do something. I can't just sit up here and let the government take care of me, and no one else is gonna take care of me. So I started from there by posting the videos and showing people, just going and just telling people what I wanted to do, and people believed in me just from off just a speech. And it really started getting me inspired. And I noticed that when I started taking small steps forward towards my dreams and towards the things that I wanted, bigger things happen for me. So I'm really grateful to be in this environment to where I can share with you guys a quick meal and something that's easy. You see, all I did was start the chicken just a little bit early before we started the show, and everything's already done. It didn't even take me an hour to cook this meal. Like I said, it's gonna be some frozen veggies in your fridge, some leftover rice from the day before, and some meat. Easy go-to. All you need is soy sauce. You don't even need the sesame seed oil. That's just for the extra flavor. You don't even need the ginger. That's just for a different type of flavor. So when I first started making this particular dish, it was off of my basic flavors that I like. And then when I was able to kind of start incorporating these Asian flavors, these Asian scents, then I started kind of being able to create this hibachi menu. So it's something so simple, so easy that we can all do. And that's kind of where I started. I always wanted to create something that I could share with other people. I love watching people eat food. I love going to parties and events and just seeing the joy and happiness that people have. It's my favorite thing. It's one of my favorite things. So that is why I got into and started doing what I do. I mean, I went to Johnson & Wales University for college, and it was cool. I didn't necessarily go to be a chef. I went for the sports entertainment and event planning. So eventually the goal was to do event design, and that's still part of my goal, but I felt like this is a foot in the door towards bigger things. People, don't keep yourself small-minded. We have to, just because you have the big picture does not mean that there aren't small steps to get to that. So I knew that this was my small step to get to my big picture, and that this was going to help me to get to that big picture, because eventually I will outsource the cooking part and I'll focus on one thing or the other. Or who knows, I could be doing it all myself and have employees. My dreams are too big for the little life that I was living. So, and it might still be a little life, but still I'm very proud of myself and the things that I've accomplished and just being able to take a step out on faith on yourself. We have to start doing it more often, y'all. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what y'all do. We got some comments though here as well. Dominic says, I want to become vegan so bad it's hard to give up chicken.
Hey, it's those, I think,
there's some alternatives.
There are.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I know I have tried the chicken non-chicken. Yeah.
I've had it too.
Yeah. I only like the spicy though, but I usually use it when I'm playing with it. I usually will do it like in an egg roll or something for me. Another version of a, vegan egg roll for me. I've done it with peppers. I've used the chicken non-chicken with some chopped up peppers, and I think it's possible to get you the same flavor. I think where people get lost at, especially people of color, us good black folk, we like seasoned salt. We like to know, we want to feel when we having that piece of chicken, we want to feel grandma, great grandma's love, mama's love in that piece of chicken. And so when we can't get the real chicken, that's a problem. How do we, and I think there's enough recipes out there to resolve that. So it's like you were sharing Friday about, when I want some fish, I just slice up some zucchini and fry it up like like it's some some fish. And I'm like, well, damn, I didn't think about that. And I love zucchini. Yeah, and I would never thought about doing it that way. So.
We have to start shaping our minds a little bit differently around food. Once you stop being so negative around the things that you really, really like, but if you feel like you really want to change your diet, then your mind has to change with it. So I think that I've had the can't believe it's not chicken. That's what I call it.
Right.
I worked at a pizza place, and they tried it on a piece of pizza, and I was like, okay, it's good. It still don't taste like chicken, but it's still good. So it wasn't something that I completely would knock off the board. But we do know and see that clearly the organic route, the natural, the no meat route is starting to become the new trend right now. And don't just let these fads come and get you and sweep you up off your feet. Do it healthily. You can't just go be keto and it's hard. It's not the easiest thing. Your body is changing its composition completely to try to do something different. And that, I commend you, I applaud you. I hope that you do go ahead and do that vegan lifestyle, but you know, baby step your way into it. Maybe, you know, the first week you cheat, the second week you might not cheat, you know, but if you really want something, go for it, for sure.
Yeah, or just add something in once a month or every month you decide to
but soon enough,
something differently.
Right.
Like, you know, for me it was the noodles. You know, pasta is a weakness too. And so for me I switched since I know what it does to my body, I switched it out and did spaghetti. I use like spaghetti squash or zucchini noodles or the butternut squash noodles. You get the same flavor. Right. It's all in how you season it. So those are just alternatives to adjust your diet. I think that's what I've been doing for the last few, just adjusting it.
Yeah.
Every year, let me just pull this out, try this, replace it with this veggie. Let me pull this out, replace it with this veggie or this fruit, you know, so step by step, like you said.
Yeah. You can, if you really want those changes, you'll go ahead and make them.
Right.
So I want to just go ahead. We're gonna take a break for a minute. I'm gonna start plating these plates for the ladies so we can get a taste out, and then we'll finish off from there. We'll be right back. Yay. Do yourselves, please. I'm gonna make a typical plate, but don't overeat.
Yeah, that was good because I've never watched y'all. Don't get offended because I just never.
No, it's
have.
okay.
It's good. Now I will start watching y'all now.
We are back on. How are we doing?
Yes, doing good. Ready to eat some good food.
Welcome back to Water Me Sis. We are doing everything edible this afternoon or this evening. I've for you some stir fry. I did a hibachi style plates with fried rice. I've got shrimp and chicken. For Jalea, she's got her plate already. I did some portobello mushroom and then extra veggies for her. It smelled really good. I really hope that everybody enjoys. I'm just gonna go ahead and start plating us out. Ladies, another question I had, there is this Japanese tradition, let me see if I can say the name right. It's called Nayo Tayamori or Nana Tayamori, which just means, its translation to English is body sushi. They go into a restaurant and they eat off of people's naked bodies.
Sex in the City.
Yes.
Oh, girl did that. Yes. Ooh. I want to try.
Well, I don't know. Look, it's now COVID time.
Yeah.
Would you try it though? Is that something you?
But that would be something to do at home.
At home,
yeah,
that could be a date night.
Not just somebody random.
No.
I don't want just somebody
random.
That's
what I'm thinking. Would it be just somebody random doing
that?
Well,
at the restaurants, it was somebody random. It was instead of being a server, you become a table now. I would not necessarily go to a restaurant and eat off of somebody's body. But I think I wouldn't mind being somebody's plate.
That part.
Oh, of course.
Yes. I think that don't sound too bad.
Okay, here we go. Put some stuff all, around that little area there.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Now, let you go ahead and...
How do you feel about it?
I would for myself, I wouldn't mind being a plate too. I just feel like with the COVID time, I could imagine. No. I don't know how you clean your stuff down
that part. Right.
Exactly. But I definitely would be somebody's plate. Yeah. I just seen some pictures of some girl. She turned her whole ass into like a birthday cake.
I know that's
she had the whipped cream and the sprinkles on there and the candle in her crack. Like
his face was all in it too, right?
I bet. Yeah.
It's so good.
I definitely could see myself being a plate. for my partner. I think that sounds like such a cute date night thing to do. And now with COVID, you gotta start keeping it a little spicy and changing it up.
Okay.
Now be mindful though. You can't put whipped cream in all the areas, okay, y'all? We can get our pH messed up.
Right.
We can get our junk messed
Ooh,
up.
right.
Now. We don't want that. We do not want that. So don't put it on the vagina. Put it around. Put it on the thighs. Put it on the butt.
Yes.
Everywhere else but on. Okay? We can't. I love you. I want to give you such a crazy experience, but I do not want to be messed up some days down the line. Okay?
Right. So what's some good stuff? Like some honey too? Like
I think honey is okay. I mean, well, you know, you got the whole honey pot business going on, so honey must be all right.
Just not on it. I'm not talking about on it. I'm talking about around.
Oh, what type of fruits would you, or what type of stuff would you?
I never used any. I've never personally used anything in my personal venture, so I'm actually a little curious on if you guys have tried anything that you know is good or works, because I'm interested. I would do the honey. I would do the whipped cream. There's some good things to like kind of, you know, they say don't play with your food, but hey, you know, I'm a whole meal and more, honey. So let's play a little bit. I can dig it. So I would be willing to try some chocolate syrup. On my partner, I would definitely be down to put a little bit of something, but don't put it on the head where the hole is. Don't put it, you know, where the openings are, y'all. Like,
Grapefruit.
You know what?
Right.
Grapefruit, and you know we did talk about that last
We did.
season.
Definitely.
Cool, man.
Go back to
about
the
a fruit
episodes. Check
roll-up?
that out. Oh.
Fruit roll. Would you wrap it around it?
Yeah, because we don't want to get nothing around the hole and nothing
Right.
like that.
Oh.
But why not just put it on the dick?
What's that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A
And
fruit
just,
roll up.
Oh, y'all haven't done that?
You done it?
no.
I haven't, but I just thought it was good.
Hey, I haven't tried it.
Teach me.
I have not tried it.
Shoot.
No, I
We'll
would.
have to take another class on that.
I
Okay.
get worried, I get too excited, and I start eating, and you can't eat like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What other things have I heard? Like the grapefruit or orange, whatever size he is, you can do that to kind of get that flavor, so you get a little something different. Fellas, like we were saying, y'all need some water too, and you probably definitely need some more fruit in your diet. Y'all be ready to do all these things and, you know, squirt and bust out on people, but it don't taste flavorful. You wonder why she spits out actually every.
Period. Look, I don't know.
Okay,
Right.
you need to get it together too, honey. We love to educate our women, but we also got to educate y'all, because sometimes men are not always willing to hear, like, hey,
Fix that.
I got BV and I don't deal with anybody else except you. I'm not. Come on now, bacterial vaginosis is just an imbalance of your pH. It doesn't affect you, men. It affects us. And it's not a STI or a STD, so it's not something negative or nasty. So stop looking at us when we tell you, you got to get yourself taken care of. Hey, maybe your sperm's too acidic, or maybe you just need a little more water in your diet. Maybe the way that you eat is completely different than me.
Well, look.
Right.
Girl. Because some people don't understand, and we have to be able to make sure that we are understanding each other. We need to be able, if I'm in a relationship with you, I should be able to communicate with you freely that, hey, this ain't right, and what can we do to fix it? And I'm not blaming, I don't want to point fingers, we're not going to point fingers, but hey, nigga, you might just be fucking around somebody else, and hello, I'm not. So let's figure it out, because I'm not about to get myself messed up constantly and over again, because you like to play around with all the friends in the park. Okay.
We got some comments, James. What up, James from a Player Podcast?
What up?
Hold on, what's going on here? He said Drea putting fruit roll-ups on dicks. Hey,
We gonna try
I just
it.
said it. In my mind, I was thinking that
We could try it.
that would be cool. You know?
What do y'all suggest? Do y'all have
At
any
least it'll taste
suggestions? Anything that y'all think would be worth it for you to try, or that you and your partner would be happy with? Put those in the comments below. Please let us know. Keep us informed. Guys, let us know why you get offended when a lady tells you, hey, my pH is off and please help me help you, because I want to give you some good WAP, okay? But my WAP is smelling like something else.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I'm not speaking on personal experiences. I'm just speaking for the general public.
Yeah,
Okay.
There's a woman out there that needs to hear this.
Yes.
Sure.
Honey, it's
Period.
not you. You weren't with nobody else. It's not you. But hey, get some Azo, get you some cranberry pills, get you some real 100% cranberry juice, not the cocktail stuff with all the sugar in it. Those things are gonna help you off the top if that's what you need, because that's a personal. I believe that's a personal journey and battle that some women have to go through, and I think it's important that we speak on that. I absolutely think it's important. And men, just because you got that thing and it's swinging and slanging to everybody, you can't really be sharing yourself with everyone. It's not technically good for you or for your partners. So please be mindful. Put on a condom. And hey, some condoms don't work for everybody. You might need to get some goat skin. Just be mindful of those type of things. We want our sexual experiences to be well worth it and feel good, but some stuff we're allergic to. I know latex, some people are allergic to latex, and you have to use goat skin condoms. There's other replacements for condoms that you can use. Be mindful of those things. Like, we're not all the same, and we all are. And honestly, the cat is one of the most sensitive things on a woman's body. Truly. And I want to say the same thing for a man, but I'm not a man. So some of you guys inform us, keep us updated on what y'all need from us as women to make sure that we continue to satisfy you and make you happy. Like, I know one thing I would always want to try was some ice, some ice, some flavor.
I haven't had that experience either.
No.
Some ice. Okay.
To suck or to be used on you.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I
done
that. Okay,
that.
definitely.
Okay.
Let me take another sip.
Definitely, but we got some comments. I missed like a whole bunch of comments in the YouTube because it wasn't working for me. And we got Jalisa. Hey, bestie. She said home cooked meals are everything.
Absolutely.
And Charged Up Film said fast food is dangerous. Mr. DJ said no fast food for me. And then Jalisa said, who's tried gum jobs?
I saw
or warm edible panties.
Ooh, I'm not. Okay, two good ones.
Have you worn edible panties?
I have not worn edible panties, but I would be nervous to wear them because you gotta put them on and make sure they get taken off pretty quickly. As far as I would think, because you don't want a lot of that sugar. But I don't know. Have you ever had someone rip your clothes off of you before?
No.
Because I feel like edible panties would give you that type of excitement. Like,
It doesn't.
You're snatching my stuff off.
It does not.
No, it
does not.
What if they down there struggling? Like,
it is, because you gotta make sure the thing is fresh. You gotta make sure they're fresh. Like, I'm just saying, like, they have to be fresh. It's like chewing. It's like licorice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it doesn't taste, when you get hard licorice, you got the suck on it and get it soft and then chew it. The panties can do that too. So it's like she said, it's either rip them off quickly or don't play with them.
Take your time.
Have y'all heard of the gum jobs?
I haven't heard of the gum job. Those things that was posted in the thing. Yeah, I want those in the basket somewhere. I want to
put over your teeth, so it's like feels like you a whole granny. Okay. So they feel all the gum,
but they taste good. Now, I mean,
there's also female condoms that look like baby trash bags.
Baby trash bags?
Yeah, baby trash bags. There are female condoms that look like baby trash bags.
I'm gonna need that to be posted. I can't even picture that.
Who's using female condoms out there? Men, do y'all like that? Would y'all be opposed to it? If a woman's like, got it, she has her own.
It's the thing it's a little round thing you stick up in there.
Right.
It looks like a cup.
Like a diva cup?
Yeah, like they've been.
I've seen that, but I ain't seen that that look like baby trash bags.
That's what it look like, though.
You have to explain that to us,
Yeah,
Dominic.
you have to show me that personally. I've never seen
Post
that.
it.
You're gonna have to get a picture of that.
Yeah. All right. ladies, what are y'all thinking of the food on these first couple?
Oh, mine's is
so good.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, so flavorful.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness.
Hey,
I'm just trying to be cute, so.
I don't care.
hey,
I'm hungry. I ain't nothing all day.
I will eat wings on a first date. I don't care. Give me some food. If you said you're gonna feed me, feed me. I'm not gonna eat no salad. I won't do it. Excuse me, let me see. I'm glad you guys are liking the first few bites. I didn't say, but it sounds like you guys would consider utilizing food into our foreplay methods, so I definitely would be into it for sure. And then we did already talk about how some foods resemble body parts. I was saying how strawberries look like the heart, or excuse me, strawberries look like teeth when you open them up. So they're good for your teeth health. Olives are good for, they look like the ovaries, the little eggs on the side. Those are good for your reproductive health. Avocados, they say that like avocado looks like a uterus, but I don't think so, because you cut it in half, you got a big old seed. I don't know, but they do say that it does have some good
As a
properties.
whole, it looks like the uterus.
That's what it was saying when I was researching. So I was like,
I need a picture of the uterus then, because I didn't think the uterus and the avocado
see that.
would be.
I wouldn't
But you know,
put them
ginger,
together.
they said ginger's good for your fingers, and it does look like a finger when it's whole.
Yeah, and ginger is good for that.
Ginger's for everything.
Yeah, ginger is
It's
really
for
good
that.
for your bodily health.
Yeah.
Ginseng as well. It looks like it looks like it's a root.
libido.
Yeah, but it looks like a human body, like kind of like limbs and stuff on it a little bit. Walnuts look like the brain. And then celery was when people a lot of people say like, oh, it's mostly water, but you know it does have some great properties for your bones, and that's the one thing that they resemble, like not our femur, like that type of look. So those are a couple of different things that I noticed and found that are resembling what we eat. Even our mushrooms look like our ears, and they do help with those type of properties to keeping you healthy. Even carrots, I think I always knew carrots were good for your eyes. And see, being that I'm literally like a kid who has no vision when I take these glasses off, I used to eat carrots faithfully, hoping I would turn orange, hoping that it would help my eyes. But it does have properties in it that can be helpful. But hey, if you need corrective lenses, just go ahead and get them.
We got some more comments here. It says Royal Gray says it's wise for a man to bring condoms. However, it's the woman's responsibility to bring or initiate protection.
Because that's your womb. That's your sacredness. So you want to keep it sacred. If you don't lay down there, make sure it's covered. I mean, you don't need no extra guests, no spiritual guests, whatever down there. Just you belong to this. This is the only one you get. So take care of it.
Period.
You know, whether it's you eating right, exercising, going to go play with a playmate or whatever, make sure your playmate is covered. Just say.
Excuse me, and don't be scared to have those conversations, y'all.
Ever. Be open. Ask yourself, you know, what pieces and parts you like, what you don't like. That's your goods. Those are your goods. We, as women, forget that we really do have ownership of that. That we really do run the world.
And we have a lot of the power.
Tell them. Beyonce said it too, right?
Who runs the
Beyonce was
world?
told that though.
So, exactly. We have to be mindful that pussy is powerful. It is. You don't always have to go out into the world and utilize that to get your way. But it does make a difference when you walk in the room as a beautiful woman, when you walk in the room with the confidence. You don't even have to have the makeup on. You don't have to look any certain type of way, but when you walk into a room, you can change the entire energy based on
how you carry yourself.
Absolutely.
You work in there.
Absolutely. I mean, then that's kind of where that was one way that I started. I gained clientele because of that. They just heard the boss in my voice. They believed what I had to say. I carried myself. I didn't come in there looking all scraggly and scrawny, and that's just one way, one really big important way. Like, how do you carry yourself throughout every day? And you can definitely make big waves and big differences in the business world for sure. And this is the time to be doing it. 2021, please, you guys can go out there and you can restore your lives and you can be great for real. So
yeah, so we ain't 2021. We ain't wearing our bottoms in the grocery stores. Stop doing it, please, sisters. Please stop.
no.
And the PJs.
Yeah.
The whole part. The onesies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
We're gonna
sexy.
try to.
It's not ladylike. It's
We
not
gonna fix
cute.
that. We gonna get
But-
that.
If you have a tomboy style, you know you can dress that up. I can wear sweats and put on a crop top and
It's
put on some
sweats.
heels.
Sweats.
Yeah.
There's a difference between sweatpants and sleep pants
Mhm.
Yes.
and onesies.
Yes.
Mhm.
If that onesie is not meant for you to be out in public with, you know you're supposed to be in your bedroom with that on, and you can not cute. It's not a feminine quality. I just don't feel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
just not a feminine thing. I think we tend to forget we still need to walk in our femininity with or without makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you got your jeans, sweatpants on, just not the sleepwear.
Mm-hmm.
That's bonnets.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's funny that you said that because I was sitting up there laughing in my head. I remember in college, my roommate walked out with hers and some rollers. And our RA came up, was like, yo, so you want a $25 ticket, right? We looking at it like, oh, wait, what? She's like, no. As a woman, you never walk out of your room with your rollers, your robe, and your pajamas on. That's not lady. We charge you for that. So, and I didn't even go to an all-female school. So it's that southern thing that's in you. It's just not ladylike to come out without.
I hear
that
they're just kind of like because I know people who do it and how they explain it to me. It was just like, like, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to the grocery store to grab these eggs and
You
I'm going
never
home. I
know.
don't care who's in there. I don't care who sees me.
You
But
never know.
honestly,
You
like,
never
for real,
know.
like, appearance is key and you never know. And to me,
never.
with my luck, when I decide to go to the grocery store looking up, I see, you got a such and such school. I'm just like, oh God.
Yes.
Or
yes.
that's when the niggas want to holler at you.
Yes, that's always when they want to like, you looking a hot mess.
Yes, my mom always preached, your shoes need to match your purse, and you need to be always presentable because you can meet your husband at any time, is what she always told me. And I'm like, nah, I'm not worried about that. But as I gotten older, I've understood those concepts and why it's important just to be fashionable and to, be presentable always.
Right.
So
And that's how I feel too. I don't care about, it's not that not caring about what other people think, but let's care about yourself.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with, who's gonna see you in that bottom, but you should
Yes.
care enough about yourself to be like, I ain't even about to do myself like
Right,
that.
absolutely.
So
absolutely.
You
So
got some
those
comments?
those are the biggest pieces about making sure that we're taking care of ourselves. With is self-love, and then it's going to be that self-love includes what we put into our body, what we consume. And I don't only mean food, but I mean energies. I mean the people that we surround ourselves with. All of that stuff is absolutely important. And that's why we can that's how we can make everything edible. Because you can, when people are feeding your mind and vice versa, you're able to have better conversations. You're able to push yourself and strive for better and bigger things. When you put good stuff into your body, you've got the energy to go and do certain things better. Your mentality is completely different. I know, man, I'd be hangry. Don't let me do something and I'm hungry, man. I can't even function. I can't even think straight. So, these different little pieces are with food. Food is so important to the lifestyle that we want to live. To be happy, you got to make sure you're feeding yourself in the right ways. So, I'm really happy to be able to share with you guys. I'm glad everything was good. The hibachi style plates is a regular menu item on my menu, so please let me know if you're interested at all. But also I'd like to go through and get some quick highlights about some things that we got going on. So Creations by Tay, I've got a menu set out that's going to be for the rest of the month of January. If y'all are interested, hit me up. Do you have anything, Erica, in particular that you have going on with Eden?
No, I'm open. Like,
Hit her up then.
yeah.
Give her some. Get her busy, y'all. Get her good and busy, okay?
I would love that. Thank you.
The edibles are. I'm telling you, I was spinning, I was spinning. I was good at first. I was like, okay, and then I was like,
hey,
eyes closed. I think Drea posted a video. If y'all seen it, I was looking like. I was gone, y'all. So be careful when you're consuming. Have caution when you're consuming those things. But also, next week, we are going to have the Valentine's event. Ladies, tell me, please give us the lowdown on what everything's happening.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Valentine's Day,
Yes.
Sunday.
Nice.
And it's gonna be really nice. We're gonna have some comedy by
his name is John.
Money Jonesy.
Money Jonesy.
We're having Money Jonesy. He's gonna crack us up that night.
Sorry, I think that edible. Look, my bad. Look, Money Jonesy.
Look, no, but I had to actually think of it myself, and I wanted to say it right, and I do apologize. So
my bad.
He's gonna crack us up that night, start us off. We're gonna have some cocky bingo. It is gonna be 10
cocky. Wait.
Oh yes.
You'll be able to pay to be sure to play the game, and you'll be able to win some sex toys, dildos, all of that. So
ooh, and then we're gonna end the night with a female review. Okay, bands will make her dance.
Bring your ones.
Okay,
bring your ones.
So we definitely want to see you that night. We'll put the link in the comments there for you. So we'll see you there.
Yes. We got great things coming up this year. Thank you once again for joining us on season 3. It is 2021, y'all. Go get your greatness. Go restore the life that you always wanted to have. And let's support these small businesses, especially. All of us ladies have certain different aspects and avenues that we are in. Come, give us good energy. Leah has her Nature Rocks jewelry, and Drea's got She's Smooth, which is her her skincare products. That's lotions and scrubs. You guys, we're doing big things out here, and we really need your support, and we love to see you on the show, and we love to see you outside and at the events. We love to have that support. We really love to work with y'all, and we're gonna continue to make greatness this year. So
Yes. We'll see you next Sunday.
All right, y'all. Come see us next week, and we will be here again. All right, and thank you again for tuning in to Water Me Sis. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.